From the rhythm of salsa to the hum of vintage cars, Cuba is a country where history, culture, and natural beauty collide. Whether you're captivated by its colonial past, enchanted by its lively spirit, or yearning for pristine beaches, Cuba is a destination like no other. In today's journey, we'll uncover the top 5 must-see destinations in Cuba that you'll never forget. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and join us for more adventures around the world. Alright, let's get one thing straight. Havana is not your average Caribbean getaway. This isn't just sun and sand, though God knows there's plenty of that. This is a city that breathes history, a place where the ghosts of Hemingway and Che still linger in the cigar smoke of dimly lit bars. You walk these streets, cobblestone slick with a recent rain, and you can practically hear the echoes of revolution, the clatter of dominoes, the sultry notes of a Buena Vista Social Club record spinning on a loop. And the cars, man, the cars, these aren't just vintage vehicles, they're time capsules. Gleaming 57 Chevys, battered Buicks, all held together with spit and prayers, a testament to Cuban ingenuity. Each one tells a story, a testament to a bygone era. Start your day in Old Havana, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The architecture here is a crumbling masterpiece. Spanish colonial buildings painted in faded pastels, balconies overflowing with bougainvillea, laundry flapping in the breeze. It's beautiful, sure, but there's a grit beneath the surface, a sense of resilience that grabs hold of you and doesn't let go. Grab a seat at a streetside cafe, sip on some ridiculously strong coffee, and just watch the world go by. You'll see kids kicking a soccer ball, old men arguing politics, lovers stealing kisses in doorways. This is a city that lives on its own terms, at its own pace. As the sun starts to set, make your way to El Malecón, Havana's famous seawall. This is the city's beating heart, a place where everyone comes to gather, to flirt, to argue, to dream. Musicians play, lovers stroll hand in hand, fishermen cast their lines into the inky water. The air is thick with the smell of salt and cigar smoke, the rhythm of the waves crashing against the seawall providing a steady beat to the city's chaotic symphony. It's intoxicating, this collision of beauty and decay, of hope and hardship. Havana will challenge you, it will frustrate you, it will steal your heart. It's a city that demands to be experienced, not just seen. So ditch the guidebook, lose yourself in the labyrinthine streets, and let Havana work its magic on you. Trust me, you won't regret it. Okay, so you've had your fill of Havana's gritty charm, the history, the hustle. Now it's time for a little something different. Time to swap those cobblestone streets for the powdery white sand of Varadero, Cuba's most famous beach destination. Picture this, over 20 kilometers of pristine coastline where the Caribbean Sea shimmers like a sheet of turquoise glass. Palm trees sway in the breeze, the air is thick with the scent of salt and coconut oil, and the only sounds you hear are the gentle lapping of waves and the occasional cry of a seabird. Varadero is the Cuba of your postcard fantasies, a place to shed your worries, kick off your shoes and sink your toes into the sand. Spend your days swimming in those crystal clear waters, working on your tan, or simply losing yourself in a good book beneath the shade of a palm tree. But don't think for a second that Varadero is all about relaxation. If you're feeling adventurous, there's plenty to keep you entertained. Strap on a snorkel and explore the vibrant coral reefs teeming with colorful fish, or head out on a diving excursion to discover hidden caves and ancient shipwrecks. For a taste of local life, venture into the town of Varadero itself. Here you'll find bustling markets, lively bars, and restaurants serving up fresh seafood caught that very day. And if you're lucky, you might even catch a glimpse of a rumba performance, a vibrant display of Cuban music and dance. As the sun starts to dip below the horizon, casting the sky in hues of pink and orange, grab yourself a mojito, find a spot on the beach, and raise a toast to another perfect day in paradise. Because in Varadero, every sunset feels like a masterpiece. And look, I get it. Some people might scoff at Varadero. Too touristy, they'll say, too perfect. But you know what? Sometimes you need a little bit of perfect in your life. Sometimes you just need to unplug, unwind, and let the beauty of a place wash over you. And for that, there's no place quite like Varadero. Chapter 3. Listen up, because we're about to crank up the time machine and travel back to the 18th century. Get ready for Trinidad, a perfectly preserved colonial town that's like stepping onto the set of a pirate movie, minus the scurvy and Johnny Depp. Forget your modern distractions, because in Trinidad, time seems to move a little slower. Horse-drawn carriages rumble over cobblestone streets, the air is thick with the scent of bougainvillea and cigar smoke, and the sound of music, always the music, spills out from open doorways. Start your exploration in Plaza Mayor, the heart of Trinidad. This grand square is surrounded by colorful mansions, their pastel facades adorned with ornate balconies and wrought iron grilles. These were the homes of sugar barons back in the day, when Trinidad was at the heart of Cuba's sugar trade. Step inside the Museo Romantico and you'll be transported back to the 19th century. Wander through rooms filled with antique furniture, delicate china, and family portraits staring down at you with haughty expressions. It's a glimpse into a bygone era of wealth and privilege. But Trinidad isn't just about gazing at the past. The city pulsates with a vibrant energy, a mix of history and modern Cuban life. Duck into a local bar and you'll find old men hunched over dominoes, their faces etched with the stories of 1,000 lifetimes. And if you want to experience the real soul of Trinidad, seek out the Casa de la Trova. This legendary music venue is a rite of passage for any visitor, a place where you can lose yourself in the intoxicating rhythms of traditional Cuban music. But here's the thing about Trinidad, it's not just the town itself, it's the surrounding landscape that truly captivates. Just outside the city lies the Valle de los Ingenios, the Valley of the Sugar Mills. This lush valley was once a hive of sugar production, dotted with grand plantation houses and towering sugar mills. Today, it's a haunting yet beautiful landscape, where you can explore crumbling ruins, learn about Cuba's sugar legacy, and take in panoramic views that will leave you breathless. So come for the history, stay for the music, and be prepared to fall under the spell of Trinidad's timeless charm. This is a place that gets under your skin, a reminder that sometimes the greatest treasures are found not in modern marvels, but in the echoes of a bygone era. Chapter 4. Alright, city slickers and beach bums, it's time to trade in those mojitos for a taste of the real Cuba, the Cuba that beats to the rhythm of nature. We're heading to Vinales Valley, a place where time seems to slow down, where the air is thick with the scent of tobacco and earth, and where the landscape will take your breath away. Imagine this, towering limestone cliffs called mogotes, rising dramatically from the valley floor, their sides cloaked in emerald green vegetation. Rolling fields of tobacco plants stretch as far as the eye can see, their broad leaves soaking up the sun. This is the heartland of Cuban tobacco, where generations of farmers have cultivated the land using traditional methods passed down through centuries. Take a guided tour of a tobacco farm and witness the artistry that goes into crafting Cuba's world-renowned cigars. You'll learn about the planting, harvesting, and rolling processes, and maybe even get to try your hand at rolling your own cigar. But Vinales is more than just tobacco fields. This is a place for adventure, for exploring hidden caves and swimming in crystal-clear rivers. Head to the Cueva del Indio, an extensive cave system that you can explore by boat, gliding along an underground river surrounded by stalactites and stalagmites. For the truly adventurous, there's the challenging climb up to the top of El Mogote de la Comadre, the highest peak in the valley. The reward for your efforts? Jaw-dropping panoramic views of the entire valley, a vista that will leave you speechless. But you don't have to be a daredevil to appreciate Vinales. Simply rent a bicycle and explore the valley at your own pace, pedaling past tobacco farms, charming villages, and limestone cliffs that seem to change color with the passing light. Or saddle up for a horseback riding excursion and experience the valley as the locals do, feeling the wind in your hair and the sun on your face. In the evenings, head to the town of Vinales itself. This sleepy town comes alive at night, with live music spilling out from every bar and restaurant. Grab a table at a street-side cafe, order a plate of ropa vieja and some black beans and rice, and soak up the lively atmosphere. Vinales is a place to reconnect with nature, to slow down, to breathe deeply, and appreciate the simple things in life. It's a reminder that sometimes, the most rewarding journeys are those that take us off the beaten path, into the heart of a place where life unfolds at its own pace. Chapter 5. Hold on tight because our final stop is not for the faint of heart. We're heading to Santiago de Cuba, a city that vibrates with a raw energy unlike anywhere else on the island. This is the birthplace of the Cuban Revolution, a city steeped in history, music, and a fiery spirit that you can't help but feel in your bones. Forget the polished facades of Havana. Santiago is a city that wears its heart on its sleeve. The streets are alive with a chaotic energy, a symphony of honking horns, salsa rhythms blaring from open doorways, and the animated chatter of locals going about their day. This is a city that bleeds history. Start your exploration at the Moncada Barracks, the site of Fidel Castro's failed attack on the Batista regime in 1953. This pivotal event ignited the Cuban Revolution, and the bullet holes still visible on the barracks walls serve as a stark reminder of the struggle for freedom. For a panoramic view of the city and the Caribbean Sea beyond, head to the Castillo del Morro. This 17th-century fortress, perched dramatically on a clifftop, once protected Santiago from pirate attacks. Today it offers breathtaking views and a glimpse into Cuba's colonial past. But Santiago is more than just its history. This is a city that pulsates with life, where music and dance are deeply woven into the fabric of everyday life. Head to the Casa de la Trova, Santiago's most legendary music venue, and lose yourself in the intoxicating rhythms of sun, salsa, and rumba. And if you're lucky enough to be in Santiago during July, get ready for the Carnaval de Santiago, Cuba's most vibrant and exhilarating festival. The streets explode with a riot of color, music, and dance, as locals and visitors alike don their most flamboyant costumes and take to the streets to celebrate. Santiago is not a city for the timid. It's a place that demands to be experienced with all your senses. It's a city that will challenge you, excite you, and leave you with a profound sense of awe. So come prepared to be swept away by the energy, the passion, the indomitable spirit of Santiago de Cuba. This is a city that will stay with you long after you've left, a reminder that sometimes the most powerful journeys are those that shake us to our core. And there you have it. 5 unforgettable destinations in Cuba, each offering its own unique story and adventure. From Havana's nostalgic streets to Vinales' breathtaking valleys, Cuba is a land of contrasts that will leave you inspired. If you're ready to pack your bags and explore more, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and tell us in the comments which Cuban destination you'd love to visit. Until next time, happy travels.